Yes, so nice to have your company this morning. Now, we're having a bit of a chat. We want to know, just how much should parents sacrifice for their children? Because new research suggests they're doing way too much, giving up luxuries for themselves just to keep the kids happy.
It is all part of the debate on whether we are creating a generation of softies. So we're going to take it head-to-head this morning with 9 Honey's Shelley Horton and WSFN's Brendan Jones. Good morning to you both.
Morning. Look, she's shaking her head.
In the break, Shelley, you said children suck us dry.
Suck parents dry. I am so upset for parents. I'm not a parent, but I just think, come on,
goodness.
You need to live your life. Yeah, it's probably for the best, But I honestly just think these kids are not going to appreciate everything their parents have done. If you haven't worked for it yourself, you don't appreciate it. If you hadn't had to work at Macca's and save you money to get your first car, then you're not going to appreciate it. If they're now giving them their first home, ridiculous. And to think that parents are expected to give up a night out, a dinner, so that they can give more money to the kids, appalling. Appalling.
Isn't the idea here that everything's so expensive and trying to get into the housing market is so expensive that kids can't do it unless their parents
My daughter, who's 21, said the other night we were around the dinner time, she goes, I've got an announcement to make. And I went, here we go, she's moving out, it's happening. She goes, I am not moving out. And I said, that's great. I said, that's great, sweet pea. And then I went, oh, hang on a minute. Did you say not moving out or moving out? She goes, no, I'm not moving out. And I said, I said, why? And she goes, I want to save it and buy an investment place. And I said, why are you buying an investment place?
Move out and
and live in your investment place.
What about...
What's wrong?
Charge her board.
Jonesy.
Charge a board.
You need to charge her
You know,
board.
to get money out of that kid, it's impossible. There's no way. You know, and
turn it upside
You're
down
just the
and shake it.
ATM.
And then my youngest comes in and says, you know, I hate this house. And I said, why? And he goes, it's too big. The Wi-Fi doesn't cover the whole house.
Oh my
My
God.
gosh.
First
Jonesy,
world
that
problem.
We need another war. Send him off to fight the Turk. See ya. Go.
Harden up.
How tough was it when you were a kid?
When I was a kid.
Yeah,
You
like
walked in your pool with
When I,
bare
went over the top to take on the Jerry, it was very hard. It was very hard.
You walked 10
Son of
k's
an
to
airline
school?
pilot, went to boarding school. I know. The struggle is real.
All right, well, let's move on. Now, we've all heard about it. It's the so-called 10% speeding rule, but does it really exist?
Now, I remember being told as a teenager that it did. We're talking about how fast over the speed limit you can drive before the police will actually book you. But it's been revealed today that the idea that you get an extra 10% leeway, so 66 k's in a 60 zone, is apparently not true.
I totally thought this was true.
Apparently each state has its own kind of private rules. Maybe it depends on the police
I just
officer.
figured there'd be like a degree of like mistakes made with the speed camera guns and stuff like that. So you'd be allowed. I never thought it was 10%. I was just told 5k's over. So 5k's over 60, 5k's over 100. Not because if you're going 110, you know you're going over. But 5k's and you don't sit at that. Like it just, Obviously, I'm not a very good driver.
Well,
Oops.
There we go.
Oops.
So, hang on, you just admitted you break the law regularly.
Ali!
That's what I've heard. I'm so disappointed. Oh, dear.
Being
Sound like my
So
mother.
disappointed.
being a middle-aged...
look at her.
Don't look at her. It's like... being a middle-aged man, I am an excellent driver.
Oh,
but I always
God.
thought it was just the width of your speedo, you know. So if
how do you know?
the width of the gauge on your speedo,
needle.
the needle. You know, if you've got a wide speedo needle, which I have, there could be there could be a 15 to 10.
That is such a middle-aged man thing to
As an
say.
officer, I was going within the width of my needle.
Wow.
How accurate?
But
I'm going to ignore that. How accurate can it really be? Like, are we saying that the police radar systems are infallible at 60 k's? If they clock you at 61, you're done.
Yeah.
I find it a bit.
had a speeding ticket at 61. It's much
Yeah.
higher.
I mean,
know
if you're
people have
going
been
65, fair enough,
Yeah.
but like 61 or 62, maybe that's
Yeah.
just a rounding error.
Yeah. Well, you know, it should be like a suggestion. You know.
Oh, speed limit.
Yeah, see, you know.
Well,
No,
it's very
it is-
interesting that you think you're a good driver.
Well,
because there
I'm
was new research.
I'm a motorcyclist.
But there was new
You see-
research this week
Yeah, I
that
saw
men
that
aged
research.
between
Yes.
40 and 49.
Yeah, we're deluded.
And are deluded.
The
You're-
worst drivers.
Yeah.
Because they're like you. They have this false sense of self
Yeah.
and think that they're
Oh.
better at
But
everything than
I
they
don't,
really are.
I don't drive a car, I just ride a motorbike all the time. Every day I ride a motorbike. And I tell you right now, when you fall off a few times, the reality of how painful it is, and there's nothing worse than that sound of metal hitting the road and the sound of a distant ambulance coming. And I'm
Yeah.
quite familiar with that sound. And it's the, look at my shoulder, look at this. Yeah.
Why are you so familiar? How many times have you fallen off
About
your
10.
bike?
10.
Why don't you just get a car?
Because motorcycles are, they're more capricious on the road. If you hit a curb in a car, you scratch your wheel. If you hit a curb on a motorbike, you've broken your femur. That's.
It's not a midlife crisis, is what you're saying.
I should just start driving a Volvo. I've been riding a bike
Yeah.
since I was 19. Maybe I should flip around and just start driving a Volvo and be blissfully unaware.
I've seen your bike. It's as big as a Volvo.
It is.
It is
It's cool, isn't it?
It is good.
I'm sorry, that's all we have time for.
Is that
today.
it?
You're going to have to take this outside.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
To the car park.
And we will continue on.
We're racing for pinks.
Because coming up, the Prime Minister's climate backflip as he moves to quash a leadership challenge.
And protecting our bees, the battle to save the hardest working creatures on the planet.